Granger get taken out, as well as the chip. Hold up, wait. Huh. The chip would also kind of benefit Liquid, but I think it is just scarier for Falcons to pick it up Red 4.
Red 4, yeah. Red 4 is always a threat. That's also true. Now I'm thinking about Falcons' draft. Are they willing to give up the Matilda presence for Tlph? I mean, because Tlph are so good with Fredrin Matilda.
Yeah.
That's just as bad as Chip Fredrin.
Yeah, but again, there's always the threat of Falcons forcing that on Red 4, though. Like, both these two teams, I mean, at some point they've exchanged coaches. Like, Trevor used to be with Liquid, so I do think that they have the same understanding of how this draft goes for these two teams.
You're right, and RC was also a Falcon.
Yes. That's true. Also, good band of the Eve.
Without an S.
We'll let that sit.
Yeah, without an S. No, you don't let that sit because there's no S.
My God.
So what's left? You said the Eve or the
Farsa.
Farsa comes out scot-free.
Yeah, because Eve's got banned out. So this is just a free Farsa game for few.
I wonder
El Capitan.
Okay, so they pick up the Grok. This is a really good pick. That will, however, it does not solve that Matilda problem for Falcon.
Yeah, that is very true.
How about like even a Bruno here for Tlph?
Oh, Bruno for Oheb.
Yeah, they probably will not care that much. However, because of a lot of dives from Falcons, they might just go for a Claude, which is their go-to pick against the Harif.
Yeah, we saw that in MC too. Like Fredrin, Claude combo. You don't have the early game like death ball, but you do secure the Claude getting that through the mid game stage towards that late game power spike. But it's kind of scary though.
Gatot Kacha though. I remember Gatot Kacha is such an easy pick.
Yeah. It's kind of scary though against the Master with the Grok on his hand. So he does go for the Moskov instead, but they do go for the Gatot on JB. Well, we don't even know. Like, they could just swerve the roles between these two players. But the last pick for Team Falcons, they're looking for a few here.
Yeah. Farsa comes to mind. I just hope it's not Vexana once again.
Luoyi?
There's also a threat of the Selena, maybe for Falcons, so that they will have some vision around the map. So they at least they can also kind of help out with this Moscow. But then the peel coming up from the Gatot is always going to be scary, but the extra vision to get from the Selena is also pretty good. But like we said, the Farsa is such a good pick.
Yes.
You mentioned the Luoyi, but oh yeah, that could be good against the Fredrin. But I think the Selena just gives them so much value in this scenario.
Yeah, there's a lot of tempting choices here for Arcangel. But he does go for the Kimi.
Wow.
Okay, they roll it down to the mid-game strength of having the Kimi constantly rotating with the Grok. What do you think about these guys?
Kimi works in theory versus the Fredrin. What I like about it though is that it wins the matchup versus the Jushin, especially because he will have the aid of the Grok. And we said that there is a lot of importance in the mid lane duo, mid and roam duo between these two teams.
Yeah.
With Kimi and the Grok, that's one of those classic combos, but it was played in a different manner. Kimi used to be a core hero, right? With the Grok, but that was the age of the Brawl era actually.
Yeah, this is such a throwback for a lot of these players. You know, Master Ogwin back on the Grok. We see the Kimi again on the hands of View, but overall it's looking like Team Liquid. Look at the scores. They have the better early and mid-game coverage for the lineup.
Again, that mid trio is just so powerful. It's hard to step up to the potential of a stampede coming out of nowhere.
To Mobile Legends.
All right, here we go. First match, first game in the Clash of the Titans. We're about to see who gets ahead in this first game. It does look like, again, the draft is favoring Liquid a bit, but there are conditions for Team Falcons to utilize this Kimi in the middle lane.
So that because of this advantage of the Grok, when you use it, you can have you can secure level 2 onto Few. At the same time, Kyle TZ, Hayabusa versus Fredrin on a collision course, definitely gonna favor the Fredrin in the early game. But when it comes to raw farming, I believe that Hayabusa can actually out-farm the Fredrin if used correctly.
Yeah, being an assassin and damage jungler, of course, he's gonna want to look to just get the farm, get the momentum going for Team Falcons. But Tlph, they do have that stampede in their DNA and in their draft as well, Leo.
It's much easier for them to just run through, especially with their mid trio plus Sanford's Arlott. It's better crowd control on demand.
Yeah.
Falcons has to set it up with Ogwin.
Yeah, not just on demand, on cue as well. Because again, as you mentioned, there's a lot of crowd control in this lineup. For the love of God, it's a walking crowd control. It's the Frederick.
Literally everyone has crowd control.
That's true. And crowd control for the Cavaliers here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, inside of Team Falcons, again, they are looking to just get the farm on the Hayabusa and utilize the mid. But so far, right now, it's been Sanji that is putting the pressure against View.
JP's just mirroring the movements coming out from Tlph. He's just in a man-to-man defense here. Might be able to snatch this. That's kind of Tlph gets it. Oh my god.
That puts him about a half XP bar up.
That's right.
Bit of damage on the resources here for the side of Team Falcons, but first turtle is going to be the turning point here for both sides to see who gets the first dub here.
No.
Final slash used by Sanford.
Oh man. First really needs to hit level 4 here because Tlph ain't wasting any time. Turtle down to a fifth of its health. Revitalize already used by Daddy JP. Tlph secures. Falcons just do not respond, not yet. Oh, wait, hold up. Tlph throws, Kyle throws out the shadows. Nothing from Liquid.
Oh man, Falcons are really not feeling it. I mean, when you look at this draft, I'm sure that Falcons have identified that they're not as strong in the early game. However, they're not even trying to poke or fight. It's always them just responding to what Tlph is doing. And even, it made it look like even Daddy JP is actually so aggressive.
Yeah, it's very visible here. Like, there's 2 people forcing 3 people in the green camp of Tlph. They can't even take it.
They're admitting to what we already know. Yeah, we're not supposed to fight, so we're not gonna fight.
Yeah, but look at Carl. He's just gonna walk over there, get the lethal, and then get a green camp next.
It's telegraphed.
It's very damning into the resources of Team Falcons.
And what happens now because of the Falcons' mid lane trio not being able to move around? It confirms a 1v1 on the opposing sides. And you can see Sanford is just clearing the wave, getting out of there as soon as possible, and applying pressure in other parts of the map. Meanwhile, Oheb is just farming freely.
Yeah, and look at Sanford here, already scouting a play in the middle lane, leaving Ferds on the bottom side. He does know that this matchup at this point is kind of pointless now. It's just a battle of who clears the wave much faster. But it's all these little details that adds up for Tlph.
There really wasn't any progress in the battle. Oh, hold up, wait up. Super Marco here, caught between 3. He does use the Purify, drops the Salmon Force to quell the gank. No one dies, as I'm saying. Bottom lane really had no progress, no real big fights, but Sanford's already a full level up.
Yep.
It's been a quiet game for both sides, but it's been Tlph controlling the pace, the rotation. It feels like the Falcons at this point is just trying to, as Wolf has mentioned, respond to these movements.
Very reactive. Falcons has been just reacting to what Tlph is doing, which is essentially not going to be good for them. But maybe if they do fight third turtle, maybe that is their condition.
Ooh, there's a traction pulse thrown out, point blank. Not gonna do much to change the fate of this turtle. Looking like it's Liquid. Bravest Spider dropped in. Tlph secures. Shadow kill! Going into the back line just to answer to him. Now Sanford vengeance on the Ogwin, drawing first blood, cracking that rock in half. Team Falcons backing off. Sanji moves forward with the Crimson Beacon. Looking for someone to hit with a TK blast. Lifted him up into the sky. No one gets hit. Falcons cutting their losses.
What's happening is that Tlph are expanding their map. There's just one kill that happened in the past 5 minutes, but already Tlph are up at 2.8k because they're getting more real estate, whereas Falcons are just hiding in their nest.
More resources stolen by the Cavaliers. It's not the stampede that we're used to seeing, but in terms of like choices, Team Falcons, it feels like there's nothing to do in the map.
They are not galloping, gentlemen. They are encroaching on your space. They are routing Falcons. Real estate is needed. Hectares upon hectares of land for these horses to run free. And committing Grand Theft Orange right in Kyle's face. That was ouch.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard for Team Falcons here to bounce back, considering Tlph already has amassed 3,000 gold lead, and there's gonna be an attempt here on Tlph's life.
40 in the middle of 4! Gets punished hard. But Oheb does throw out the SOD, knows he shouldn't click it. There's a clap back from Falcons.
Yeah. Finally, something to be in the favor of team of Falcons. Sanford just disrupting the farming coming up from Calteezy. Not able to deny the purple buff. Well, that's definitely some breathing room in their side, but you could still see that.
Sanji.
Sanji, he's fine. Crimson Vegan back out. Gonna help score. Oh, nope, that's it. Nope, Sanji still wants his crab.
Yeah, that's an ult though. And Turtle's about to spawn. But Tlph, they're already controlling right side. However, Ferds is here to scout some information for Team Falcons.
Okay, Falcons not gonna take this line down. Brave Spider dropped in. That's a flicker back from Sanji. So huge resources taken away by Falcons.
So look at Carl. Mr. Nepomuceno once again on the turtle. 3 turtles for Tlph.
That was so smooth, not even having to commit the retribution. JP was holding Ogwen hostage up top, always just in front of this Grok, and the Ogwen wasn't able to get into position. By the way, what a massive flicker coming up from Sanji.
Yeah, Ogwen
coming in, cancelled. That's a final slash. He gets a tech charge through, but no one gets hit. He just folds. Falcons, they get scrambled. And Calteezy, now look at him stealing away. Committing Grand Theft Purple. Will he get away with it? Will he get away with it? Highway robbery. Here's a foot. Oh! He doesn't. Calteezy scores. He does?
He gets it.
He does! My lord.
Sanford!
Coming in! Knocking up view, gets the kill. Plus the turret. Falcons are in shambles.
He's not happy with MSC, bro. He wants all the buffs. He wants the orange, he wants the purples, and he doesn't leave anything for Calteezy.
There's a Tlph infestation in the Falcons nest right now. They answer the right side. And as that happened, Tlph are already taking the right side of the map.
I don't know how big the nest is for Team Falcons, but there's a lot of horses in it.
Exactly. Imagine some horses but big but pests, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of scary though.
Very scary. The infestation is gonna happen, and it's happening real fast. 5.5k gold ahead at 8 minutes in, without even much kills actually. It's just purely invasion and denial of objectives.
Yeah, Team Falcons, they're getting their memories thrown back to the days of the Fredrin. This is how Fredrin used to oppress these assassins. You can't even walk outside of your own jungle to farm.
And this is kind of poetic and ironic at the same time, because isn't this Falcons' old MO?
Yes.
Did they not play an attrition game at their peak, at their prime? They would always run through their opponents and deny them resources. Yeah, they know how this hurts.
Yeah, that's very true. This is the same gameplay that they used to beat Team Liquid over and over again.
All around the world.
The Cavalier, though, they're not done. Even after the Lord, they want to go for more.
Yeah. They're just not stopping. They actually stole the purple buff. Or was it? No, it wasn't.
Okay, I thought they took it while taking the Lord.
Sanji had a purple buff for some reason. Maybe they took it for their own, but Calteezy still has his double buff, so at least there's that. Oh, we did for Falcons, but you can see that slowly Falcons are getting famished in this game.
Again, look at the Fredrin. He's 3 levels ahead of the Hayabusa, man.
That's a second tier turret taken down in mid. Top lane up next. Pressure onto Ogwen here. Forced to use a tech charge defensively. And they're going to crack this tier 2 up top down. Just the base turrets left. Holy Shield in the bottom. Holding on for dear life. Does not get popped just yet.
This is the most Mpl-Ph game we've seen out of 4 weeks. 4 kills, 10 minutes in. That might change though.
Here we go. Falcons crashing in. Thou shall not pass.
Okay, it's Mpl-Ph still.
All right, wow.
4 kills.
They're able to keep that mid lane inhibitor. How about top though? Still standing, that siege minion. Oh, they are going to be able to clear it out. Falcons holding on. Lord in the bottom.
Did you see that? Oheb dealt 3,900 damage off of just the passive of the Moskov.
And there you go. 2-man final slash. 40 finds him. They're in the base. Appraiser's Wrath compromising Falcon's front line. Down goes Ferds. Ogwen cracked in the middle. Sanji buying that blood wings just to have a little bit of shields. I think they're going for the juggler here. They might end this, gentleman. Fuel gets taken down. Shadow kill by Kyle. It's a last resort. Desperate measures as Tlph stampede through. Game 1.
That's it. Oheb calls power line.